Hey, how's it going? Steve Barcelo from the Cryptozoology Paranormal Museum. Just doing a quick little live thing here. We're setting things up, making sure it's working. We set up this new thing on the chat where people can actually make donations, and I'm just curious if it's working. There should be a line at the bottom for people to talk and make donations and buy stickers. I'm not sure exactly how the whole thing works. But the main thing, our Bigfoot coffee. Going through it like crazy. Actually, I'm down to the last bag now. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any more in. I'm going to call out tomorrow. I think I won't be getting anything until after Christmas now. We still got some hoodies in, t-shirts, mugs are okay on. So we still got a fair amount of stuff for you if you want some Bigfoot sort of Christmas gifts to get. I did see Frank just popped in. How you doing, Frank? Uh, you know, Frank, you'd be a perfect person to tell me if it's working. If you look at the bottom of the chat, are you seeing like an emoji and then a money sign, which would be allow people to make donations? That's my one of my dogs outside here, out in the yard. This is something we set up today. It's something new. It's a bird. All kinds of stuff going on here. We want to do more of the live, and so I'm experimenting with it. Obviously, when we're out in the woods or the field, it's we don't have the internet capabilities out there. And here I'm literally going right off my laptop in the museum, so quality doesn't seem to be great here. Usually I'm going off my phone, but would show me. I guess a couple of people popped in here. Frank says yes, he can see that, so that's good. So I guess it's working. I thought I was only seeing it on my end. So this is something different, a new feature here, and I'm trying to see if the mic works. I guess you're hearing. Okay, I'm muted. Hey, how's it going? I see you just logged in. The brothers actually here. They were just in to shoot a video the other day. They came down here. Two great guys, and we had a good time here shooting for their YouTube channel. You should put in your link for your YouTube channel there too, so people can say this is something new too. I think we mentioned it to you the other day when you're here. We're doing this new thing with the chat. It's another way for people to be able to communicate with us and to actually apparently they you buy emojis. I'm not sure how that works. I guess it's a way to make it a donation. And I guess if you want to be in a chat, if we like, I didn't promote and say I was going to do this. It's just an experiment. But if you're going to go live somewhere like for a ghost hunt or anything like that, then people can be part of it. And then if you want to be at the top of the list, not just as it scrolls, apparently you buy an emoji and it keeps you towards the top for a while. So really just kind of an experiment I'm doing here. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing this now with dogs barking, birds screaming in the other room. Not to mention, I'm still having boiler problems, so I got to babysit my boiler. So I have a camera on it. If you guys would be to see this, so I can actually watch my boiler from afar. How crazy is that? Make sure the auto feed's working, and I'm not going to blow my boiler up. If I go anywhere, obviously I'm shutting it down. I'm still waiting for the part to come in so I can fix it. But if you guys think this is going to work, it's something that would be feasible. Even you guys want to use on your channels. It's someone told me about it today. I've never heard of it before, but I figured I'd give it a shot. So I went down to the park today. It was a weird day, very strange day at the park. I didn't get anything. I didn't really see anything. I heard some movement, but it was dead quiet. Nobody in the campsites, not a single person. And usually they put slips of paper. Someone's coming in that night. I didn't see a single slip of paper. So I wish it wasn't so chilly. It would be an ideal time to go down and camp, do some research. But the park obviously was flooded. I heard the water was up. The stream was still pretty high, but you could see where everything was washed away. So another day or two would be a perfect time to get down there with the leaf blowers and push back leaf litter and look for any prints or any evidence we can find. And Frank usually comes down with us. I know Frank's been really busy, and we'll see if we can get a small crew together and go down there. Now it's supposed to be warmer the next few days. I think it's supposed to get into the 40s and 50s, so that'd be sweet. It'd be bearable weather to get in and take a look around, and hopefully we can find something. All right, I'm seeing just 3 people in, which is not bad considering I didn't even know I was going to do this today. I was just going to mess around with it. And yeah, I'm just seeing how the chat comes up here. I'm trying to see how this works. All right. I get a few more people popped in here. We're just doing this experimental little live thing here, guys. For those of you who popped in, I didn't promote it or anything. I will next time. It's just kind of getting the bugs out. For those of you that just popped in, it's a new thing I was able to, since we're monetized now, some of the new features that we can use, and it allows people to buy emojis apparently or make a donation and stuff right through here. So it's just another revenue strand, and we figured give it a shot. Kind of learning my way through all this new live stuff here. We did it the other day. We're in a hotel. We did a paranormal investigation. And one of my old interns showed up with her mom, and it was great. They were able to help me with the investigation. And Melody was actually able to get on the computer while I went live off the phone, and she could actually talk to people, and they could actually ask questions that they wanted us to ask the entity or entities in that case in the room while we had the Boo Bear and K2 meters and other things going. So it's a pretty cool way to let people from afar be part of what we're doing. So we're trying to see if we can figure out a way to do this for the Bigfoot, and it's going to be a little bit of a trick because of the something just popped up here. Hey, Frank donated $5. Look at that, Frank. Cool, it works. Julie just got on. Hey, Julie, how you doing? I apologize I didn't promote this ahead of time. I'm just kind of messing around here. It's kind of an experimental thing with this new feature going on. And we're just seeing how it works. Now, I'm in the museum. So this is where I do my Zoom meetings for town and stuff like that. I'm going to get off this mic. So I think I have it going to the regular mic at this point. And but I'm trying to make sure I can carry a laptop with us. And if we can get some kind of communication out there, especially out in the woods. Now, Medoc Mountain is like barely any cell service. I don't know if that one's going to work. We're going to see if we can work something out. But maybe some of the outskirts of it, we can get stuff. We can get near a cell site. But hey, Harold, how's it going? He's asking, has there been any more activity on the street behind the museum? No, actually, one of the house where Jesse Walker was living, he just moved out. The house is in the process of being sold. But the guy that bought it, matter of fact, was here. He's the one that taught me into doing this new feature with the YouTube Live here. It's a feature to be able to get the chat going. And his son is a huge Bigfoot nut. So he's all excited about moving into a house where there's an actual Bigfoot sighting in the backyard. And actually, as a housewarming gift, I gave them a game camera, which is kind of self-serving for me. But they're all excited about putting that up. They're hoping to get up tomorrow. And I apologize for the noises. The dog's going crazy and everything here. But this is working. This is pretty cool. I think this will work out. I think this is something that's going to be easy enough for us to do. It's my wife yelling at the dogs in the other room. But like I said, next time I'll definitely promote. I'll see how this works. And I'm just curious how the people come up on the side here. You can see the chats going up. But anyway, thanks for all logging in. I don't have anything real special. Like I said, I did one short video today. Actually, it's not short. It was probably about 20 minutes. Me walking around there. Nothing extreme happened. For those of you who maybe haven't seen this print, let me grab that quick. Nothing like going live and walking away from the camera here. Now, this is the double bear print we got. You guys can see that there. Now, that's pretty cool. I was all excited about this. It's obviously not what we're looking for, but every time you get prints, someone usually pipes in and goes, that's a double bear print. So before that, this is one of the prints we got, a 17.5-inch print. And you can see this definitely falls into the humanoid sort of pattern. I don't know if the camera is going to be that great of a... But basically, this still would be a huge person. This would have been someone well into the 7.5, 8 foot range. So how many basketball players are wandering through the park right after a heavy rain with naked feet on trails that are covered with stone? But we'll get the naysayers. So, but there were 3 prints this day. I was able to cast this one. Unfortunately, another one didn't make it, and the other one was actually off going into the river there, which is a flowing river. Fishing Creek's moving. And so it was a slide mark with stabbed his toes in it. And we didn't even attempt to cast that. We're afraid we'd end up in the drink ourselves. But right away, people, when you see a print, they go, why is there just one? There's usually more than one. We were very lucky to get this one came out successfully. Frank says he's heading to the park on Wednesday. I think Johnny's going. Of course, I'm eating with the park maintenance guys at noon. He always does that. He used to work with those guys over there. He hangs out with his buddies for a while. And he wanted to know if I'm going down Wednesday. I'm definitely gonna try, Frank. I mean, I'd love to get down. I've been biting the bullet, like I said, with all the stuff going on in the house here in town business. I've just been missing the hell out of the park. And if the weather's nice enough, I'll check it out. Maybe I'll rent a spot, and this way, at least we have a base, and then we can do maybe some late night stuff and see if we can get out there. I don't know if you guys have seen wish I had a way to post pictures up on here, but some of the thermal shots we got. We got some really killer stuff out that day. It was a day we had Rich, one of the reporters for the local newspaper, came out. So, but it's been great. It's been a real hotbed. Harold saying it's chilly in Richmond over the last 2 weeks. Temps have been going, down into the 20s and 30s. We haven't been that bad, thank God. Matter of fact, today it was in the 40s, mid 40s. And usually I have a t-shirt, guys, you can see, but even today I threw a sweatshirt on for a while. But once I started doing anything, it was plenty warm. But I'm thrilled. We've been getting a fair amount of rain, but I'll take the rain over the snow. Julie's asking any updates on the family who we interviewed. No, I haven't heard back from them. I've seen her online a couple of times, but they came back camped out again after that last one. And I happened to be driving down. They ran into Johnny down there, and she was in there. She was sitting in the car with a grandchild, and the other ones were out walking around. But they didn't get back to me, so I don't know if they had anything crazy happen that night. But once again, that's been that whole crew. Once again, I got to get up to show you something. These crazy black lights, they swear, is what's bringing these things into the camp. These are little portable black lights. They're rechargeables. And they think it's the ultraviolet light that attracts them in. Am I coming across loud enough? You guys hear me all right? It's kind of crazy. This thing even comes with a little brush to clean the bugs off. But we sold the living heck out of these things. We got him in because of that, because of him having one. And this was just a little tiny bug light. You hang up. It's got a place to charge. And that's the little black light thing. As you can see, like on the camera, it really looks a lot brighter than it does in person. And little bugs and stuff will fly in there. And then it actually has a light too. So it's a regular camp light. But they swear this is what's attracting them in, the ultraviolet light. That maybe this way we have such a hard time with the UV cameras, the game cameras with the UV light on it, the flashes, that they see them. But in this case, if they're attracted to this, are they attracted to the game cameras? You think we'd be getting them more. But he felt that he had this bug light hanging by his tent with a screen across. He felt that it made this kind of bluish haze because one of these things came right up to his tent. His tent is roughly 6 foot, so this thing was much taller, bent down to look in. And that's when George Beavers just freaked out, started screaming to get out of here, get out of here. And then they obviously left his campsite. And he claimed it was a group of 3. And he just felt it was a male, a female, and a youngster. And he's not sure exactly why he says that in the interview, why he thinks that, but he just kind of what came across to him. But then, like I said, we had another family had almost identical stuff, and they had a similar light, but theirs wasn't a rechargeable. Theirs was actually a little 110 that plugged in, but a small light. Yeah, the Jews saying the game cameras, they probably know what they are. Yeah, I think they do. I think they, these things live out in the wild. They can probably smell the plastics and stuff. I know they smell us. I mean, we're wearing our cheesy clothes and cheesy deodorant and stuff. These things live out in the woods. One of the examples I use is, we buy a brand new car. We become desensitized to that new car smell in no time. So these things live out in the woods. One of the guys I used to work with, the Brookhaven Lab, used to be in the Coast Guard. He talked about being deployed on a ship for periods that you could actually smell earth, the land, and good. I'm coming in loud and clear. Good. And he said basically when you got near a ship that had like marijuana on it, their mugs, it smelled like earth. They could smell that dirt smell, and so I use that kind of as an example. Like, we become so desensitized to stuff where these things live in the woods. So when something is not natural there, someone wearing cologne, perfume, or even the soaps and detergents we use that have all kinds of craziness in it, they're going to detect us. I mean, we stick out like sore thumbs. Not to mention we tend to be loud. The plastics in the game cameras, I mean, I'm sure they give off a smell. The electronic hum, I'm sure they can pick up on things where we're just totally oblivious to that. It's like having dogs or someone having a noisy kid. You just learn to shut it off, and someone else comes over and it drives them nuts because they have to, listen to over these noises that you become oblivious to. Or I lived up north. We had airplanes constantly flying over. I was surrounded by 3 airports. I come down here, and it's rare I ever hear anything. If I do, it's usually a fighter jet coming in to go practice up over the lake. Anyway, I'm getting long-winded. All right, well, this is a good test. I appreciate you guys all popping in here. I'll announce the next one. I'll probably do another one this week. I'll figure out what time, and I'll probably be around this time again. But we'll figure something out, and I'll post it. And then I'm going to try to use this for more of the events we're doing. And this would be a cool thing to do, even at one of the festivals, that people actually come up and talk. What's Frank saying? One more day at Amazon. Oh, Frank's working at Amazon now. The holiday, which will end. Working 17 of the last 20. Oh, geez, they're working the heck out of you, Frank. Just 3 days off. What are the hours you're working, Frank? How many, was it 10 hours per shift, or is it more? See if we can get back on that. I'm just curious. Frank's been working at Amazon. He worked there for a while before, and now he's back over there. But anyway, I think this would be a good platform for us to mess around with and us to use on some of these things. And if I can get someone dedicated, we can have this. Well, it wouldn't have to be the camera here. Use another camera to actually pick up and walk around. But then whoever's filming or doing interviewing, someone else can say, so and so asked this, that, or the other thing. So Julie's saying, see you soon. My birthday is Wednesday. Yep, 2 days before. Well, happy birthday, Julie. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Have your birthday right before Christmas. This way you can get the gifts you want, and then whatever they miss, they have to get for Christmas then. They can't forget. Can't be 6 months down the road. Yeah, Frank's saying 10 hours each day. And he's walking 10 miles each day, and he's lost 15 pounds. You probably dropped your wallet. But, all right, so this is cool. Thank you so much for all tuning in. Thank you all for paying attention here. It's a fun little thing. We'll do this more often. I love the fact that we can chat like this, and it's a fun thing to do. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you all soon. I have to see if I can figure out how to end it. I guess end stream down here. Let's see if this works. Take care, folks. Thank you so much.